All right, everybody, I want to welcome y'all to another session in the Colosseum. Today, I have my boy Drew, somewhat of a new IFBB Pro, but he's been in the game for a while. We just talking a little bit off camera before he got on about, before we logged on about how long he's been competing and how long he's been training and just looking at some of his gains, over a short period of time. So when we get done with the interview today, I'm gonna make sure before I post everything, I'm gonna have all of his information in the caption of the video. You better go to this page and you yourself will be able to see this man that made some crazy gains in a very short period of time. Like it's crazy, man. So, but I normally try to start all of my interviews with a short story because most thing about our interview is someone who I met, over time. And so when I met Drew, so thought about this before I got started. I said, I saw this guy pop up on my page every now and then on my Explore page. Didn't know him, had never met him before. And so the first time I actually saw him in the gym, I'm like, man, this boy a freak. Okay, cool. Real soft-spoken dude, very humble dude. So, he came, spoke to me, introduced himself to me, told me he hadn't heard about me around the way because we both live here in Birmingham. And this guy cool. And so we talked a little bit to him, a little bit more here and there. And we finally got a training session in. And so, of course, he's in prep. So he's starting prep up actually when we had this training session. So, he going stupid. And I'm at a phase right now where I'm just kind of casually in the gym doing a little bit here and there. But man, this man broke my back out. You know what I'm talking about? We trained legs. Boy, it was crazy. The next day I could barely walk. But it was a good workout session. But yeah, man. So to introduce everybody to it, Drew. So first and last name. You are Andrew. What's your last name?
Andrew Wilson.
Andrew Wilson, man, from Birmingham, Alabama. IFBB Pro, classic physique competitor, right?
Yeah.
So if you're in the bodybuilding, you already know the class physique category was brought back a few years ago because there was a vast difference between the mass monsters that we call them of the open class, and then you had the physique class. There was really nothing in between. And that classic physique size was supposed to be modeled after Arnold, basically, when he was at his peak. That was supposed to be the class physique size. And so everybody knows some of the top names in the game right now. You got Chris Baum, you got Terrence Ruffin, you got Breon, all these guys who are exemplary of, in my opinion, the class physique build. All right. Then you have Drew. Now I'm gonna say that because of this. Drew is a big class physique guy. When I say big, I'm not talking about he's too big for the category, but he's a tall frame. But his genetics are crazy. Again, if you never met this guy, no, I'm sorry, you never saw him in person or saw his page, go check him out. Muscle bellies are crazy. Like everything a bodybuilder needs, this man has it. And I've also seen his work ethic. And so you take that on top of his work ethic, I definitely expect to see this man on the Olympia stage before long. So with that being said, 2022 goals. What do you think your 2022 goals are right now? I know you're getting ready for the Boston Pro coming up here in March 12th. So what's the goal for the year?
Basically, man, I know it's a dream, but we all have a dream. But my goal is to try to reach the Olympia by this year. But anything is possible.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready for the Boston Pro right now. My best thing right now is to really just beat my best physique I ever had. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to get better as I go.
I got you.
So second.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, actually, my second show is going to be on May the 21st. Mm-hmm. It's going to be in Louisiana. I have to get more information about it and let y'all guys know.
Okay.
That that's going to be another one I'm going to be heading to. So basically, once I get through this prep, I'll be getting ready to get into another prep.
I got you. So tell me this, man, prepping. So I've never bodybuilt. I was always powerlifting. I've always respected bodybuilders because I always felt like bodybuilders have to have a different level of mental fortitude because the prep itself is more than just going to the gym. Going to the gym, I'm pretty sure it's the easy part because you like working out. That's easy, right? What's the toughest part for you going into prep? And we just talked a little bit off camera before we got on because you put on a great deal of size in the last year and a half or 2 years. You're talking about how tough it is to get that, to get back in condition now. So what's the toughest part about prep for you at this point?
Well, at this point right now, since I have put on so much size, it's making it a little harder for me to come down. I'm holding more water because I can have more mass. Mm-hmm. So basically, I'm having to work harder than what I had to work before, and my body trying to fight back.
I got you.
So it's just little secrets and little things that I do here every now and then with me and my coach Alex, which is with Aftermath.
Okay.
He's been doing a great job with me. We still learning my body. So, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
But I pray for the best things for the future for him. He's been helping me out through this prep, and hopefully we can go far together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Alex is a good dude. I met Alex. I know Alex, man. He's really
Yeah.
good. And I watched him really hone his craft as a coach.
Yeah.
I know he's a competitor too, but I've seen him as a coach, man. It's been incredible to watch him do his thing.
Oh yeah. He really knows his stuff.
Yeah. So when you first started, were you prepping yourself when you first started?
Yeah, when I first started, I prepped myself. You know what I'm saying? I got tips every now and then, watching videos, looking up information, and just, leading from there. My first thing was I took a whole year and worked on separation. That's what a lot of people don't focus on. They focus on getting big and all that. No, I just took a whole year and worked on separation. Found out what different workouts I can do to get this separation here. Okay, I'm not working this smaller muscle group. I'm working this big muscle group enough. Let me hit this smaller muscle group. So it just really, my body just really changed all of a sudden. I've always been a person that worked out. I've been working out since high school, but I really got into bodybuilding about 3.5 years ago. Really got focused on it. I always had somebody tell me, like, man, you got a great physique. You really need to start bodybuilding. In my mind, I'm like, oh,
yeah.
I don't know about that. But you know what I'm saying? I said, it's something to think about.
Yeah.
But you always hear bad things about it all the time. But that's not true. Once you get into it, you know what I'm saying, you start finding out a little information here and there. Then you just hear that, like, okay, this person didn't know what they was talking about. So, you know what I'm saying, you do your own research on bodybuilding. Make sure everyone do that. Go do your own research.
Yeah.
You get your own idea for it.
Gotcha. So when you turn pro, you turned pro what, 2019 or 2020?
2021.
2021. Okay, my bad. So when you went pro, so had you already got with Alex at that point, or were you still prepping yourself?
No, I was still prepping myself.
That's crazy. So think about the fact that you have people in this world who spend a lifetime trying to get that pro card. I've known people who've taken them years to get it, right?
Yeah.
And you not only got yours in a fairly short period of time compared to when you started actually bodybuilding, but the fact you actually did it while prepping yourself is that's a testament, bro. That's crazy.
Hey man, ain't want nobody but God, man. Keeping him first, that's the main thing. If you see anything I post, that's the first thing you're gonna see God first. And that's why I initialize on. And everybody, once they get to seeing my page, they really gonna see what I mean by that.
Yeah. I was gonna bring that up too, because I noticed that every time you post, you always say God first, at the beginning of your post. So well, like, what is it like? I'm assuming you're definitely rooted in your religion or rooted in your faith. Where do you think that came from? Is it upbringing or just anything happened in life to turn you that way? Or like, where did it come from?
It just, man, I grew up in the church. I grew up in a church family. Always going to church, listening to my grandma tell stories and tell her, hey, we got to go to church this Sunday. We got to, okay, grandma, I want to go. We'll sit there. I remember nights drinking coffee with my grandma, and we just talking about church. It's crazy. It sounds crazy, but it really was interesting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then once you leave from there, you leave talking about old family members and stuff like that. But man, with God first, you feel what I'm saying? We need to put that back into sports and what we're doing. A lot of people leaving that out.
Yeah.
And that should be the main thing, not knocking whatever religion you have. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing against nobody at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I wish blessings on everybody, That's just me. I wish to see everybody do great. You feel what I'm saying? But you got to put the hard work in.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
And man, that's just what drives me.
Yeah.
When I see that God first, you feel what I'm saying? I just keep pushing myself, even through the time where I don't want to lift no weight, or I'm just tired, I'm exhausted, or I got tears in my eyes, I'm emotional. You know what I'm saying? Of course, a bodybuilder, you're gonna be like that because how much work you put into it, how much time. It's really time consuming. Like basically when you got a family and you're trying to balance life and bodybuilding, it's a lot. Only thing you can do is just pray about it and keep God first.
Yeah. Yeah. I know it's on your page too, man. Family's a big thing for you. I know you said you got 3 kids. I think you had your son Jeremiah was the last one, right?
Yeah, that was the
All
last
right.
one.
So he was born 2019. So you got 3 little ones.
Yeah.
And you got the wife and everybody else in your family, like they're pretty much into what you're into. So how much has having support from your family been able to help you? I'm pretty sure there's been times where, I mean, I know you, so I know you still work, you got your job, you work, you're in the gym several hours a day, and then I'm sure meal prep's gonna be another job in itself. Then you've been a father, been a husband, been a brother, whatever you are. So how is your family been able to help you out in the process, man? Just being supportive or just any kind of way possible?
Yeah, just keeping me motivated, keep me uplifting, saying, keep going for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just being able to even attain that level as a pro, you know what I'm saying? Nobody really ever done that in my family. You feel what I'm saying? So that's like a big accomplishment for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just leading into, especially with life, dealing with life, we get so content with life. You know what I'm saying? Just get lost about our dreams and goals.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I understand, we can set goals, but you gotta put your feet out there.
Yeah.
You just can't sit back and not do nothing. You gotta put your feet out there.
Yeah.
But man, it'd be a lot.
Yeah. So you talk about the upbringing with your grandmother and being in the church. So are you from Birmingham originally?
Yeah, I've been in Birmingham all my life. Birmingham, Alabama, all my life.
Now, did you play any sports in high school, man? You played other sports?
Yeah, I played football for Huffman, the Huffman Vikings, right here in Roebuck.
That's I guess the east side, right? The east side of
Yeah,
Birmingham.
that's the east side of Birmingham.
I got you.
But I went from school to school though, time like that, dealing with moving from here to there, you know what I'm saying? My mama was a one parent, so she did what she can to make sure we was good,
You got any siblings?
Yeah, I got 2 sisters.
All right, so it's 3 of y'all in the house and your mother raising y'all by yourself, man. So I'm pretty sure it was probably some time you were like, shit. But then, things that they find a way to work themselves out. So I guess watching your mom be able to make things happen, will you say that that's kind of impacted some of your I guess development as a human being, somebody who is, is focused? Because I've trained with you and I've talked to you. And I remember when I first met you, I said, man, this dude was super humble, kind of soft-spoken. But then we've had some conversations too during training. And like you got a little bit of a switch, which I like that. I like that intensity. So do you get that from your mom, you think, but her to be able to turn that switch and make stuff happen? Because you definitely go into another zone when you start training. I've seen it.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
If you ain't got that switch, you're gonna either end up hurting yourself or you just not gonna finish. You're gonna give up on yourself.
Exactly.
And that's what a lot of people do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people not meant to bodybuild. You know what I'm saying? I can understand that. Yeah. But it's other things that you can do, like me, as me lifting, it really keeps me humble. It keeps me humble because that's my peace. Yeah. That's my ground of peace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're dealing with life and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Personal issues, but that's my peace right there. I gotta be honest. That's my piece.
Now, I do know, looking at your page, I went back to the very beginning and we joked about this earlier, man. But I think you had one picture on your page. It was like a 2014 and 2021 comparison. Right?
Oh yeah, that was a big difference.
So what was that thing that happens? If somebody told you, hey, you need to get into bodybuilding, but what did it click for you to say, you know what, I can do this. Like, I can for real do this, and I'm about to do this with everything I got. Like, what happened?
Oh man, it was just one day. I know I seen a couple people like, man, you need to bodybuild, but I ran to my partner, Walter Debs. The silverback.
Yeah,
shout out to Walter.
Yeah, Walt, he'll beast too.
Man, I seen him, man. It's like if he walked through a door, he'd get stuck. That's how big he was.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing and how ripped up he was as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Even though this past show he just did, he brought his best physique, but he was when I seen him, he was 10 times bigger than that. This man was like 260, 270, looked like a house.
Yeah.
But ripped up.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, what can I get like that? And I was like, man, he's like, man, you need to come with us. I said, man, give me a couple months. Next thing you know, I came a couple months. Hey, we was in there training.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely gotta get Walt on, man. Walt, he'll beast, man.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
we got a few people right here in Birmingham who definitely I think make a lot of noise in the sport. You know, yourself, Walt. Of course, we got Mike Will.
yeah,
I'm gonna get Mike on too. But Walt, man, you're right. I remember meeting Walt, and I won't talk about him too much right now because it's definitely your interview, man. But you're right.
yeah.
Walt is an inspiration for anybody. If you see Walt, he's a different kind of human being.
Oh yeah,
But he's super cool too. Super cool, super easy to talk to, man. So I get it. Now I do know you bounce around from gym to gym, and
yeah.
you probably had a few people who maybe tried to coach you here and there. Won't go into details about that, but just of all the people you've come across who either try to give you advice, give you unsolicited advice, and now you with somebody like Alex who you obviously trust, and I think you know in good hands with him. What's been the difference in working with Alex? And this is just a question for people who want to buy the bill and they don't know if they have a good coach or not. So working with Alex and having a few other people you probably come in contact with, what's the biggest difference with working with him that you know, okay, I need to be right here with him? How did you know he
Yeah,
was the place
man.
to be?
It's like, man, before I even worked with him though, I kind of looked him up and just seeing some of the people he prepped, and you know what I'm saying, just kind of got a feel for his energy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I got a great energy from him. You know what I'm saying? That's a big deal for me. You feel what I'm saying? Because some people could stir you the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? He just had that energy, like, I'm ready to do this. It's you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, give me pump. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know this cat,
Yeah.
But when I did get a chance to learn him, I've learned you humble, man, and a great coach, man. And I feel like that's very important to have. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like he really to put the work in and really figure out what we need to do to get me to my best physique. And I can respect that. You know what I'm saying? And not, you know what I'm saying, being that you got a lot more clients and still can hold it down to get to every other client and still be consistent. That's great, man. Because sometimes that can get hard on the person. Everybody's not multi-talented like that. That's what I call it, multi-talented.
Yeah, his roster is crazy, man. I know it's on his page. Like I've known Alex going back many years ago. I think before he even started competing, I may have known Alex a little bit. But he seems to be at all his client shows. He try to be there. You definitely tell he's a very hands-on coach. You know, with
Oh yeah.
So for those people in your life who don't get a chance to see, the struggle and see the stuff you have to go through to do what you do, but they just know you maybe from afar. Maybe there's friends of friends, or they just a distant family member. Walk us through a day in your life during show prep so people can understand the sacrifice and what it is you have to do to look like you look on stage and come where you come so far. Like give them an idea what you do on a day-to-day basis. So just one day in the life of you doing prep, what is it like?
Well, man, one day in prep, man, first thing you do, I'm waking up in the morning, giving honor to God. Mm-hmm. That's my first thing.
I got you.
And trying to figure out, most likely, if I'm hitting the gym that morning or the evening. If I hit it that morning, most likely I'm training fasted, basically with nothing on my stomach.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to go hard. And it might be a little bit difficult because I have nothing on my stomach. And I'm trying to go as hard as I can. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to push as many reps, many pause reps, just being consistent with it. Mm-hmm. And try to get the meals in as many as I can.
So how many times you eat in a day?
Well, right now, I'm not even taking no more than about 3 meals in right now.
Okay.
So because it's like my body wants to, like, I see that my body wants to grow. Yeah. It really wants to keep growing, but I have to stop it right there because of the way my physique looks.
I got you.
And I feel like classic look is that physique for me. Yeah. So I started out doing open bodybuilding and classic. Mm. And, I did good in both, but, classic was there for me because the way I look, it just, the flow of my body. Yeah. The symmetry.
Yeah. I was going to say, you definitely have a classic symmetry, in my opinion. I definitely feel like you had it. So there you go. You're up in the morning early, training, trying to eat. Now you got a family to take care of. You got work and all that. So how you fit all that into your day? Family, work, the whole thing.
I had to go to work, thinking about training, trying to make sure the kids get to school. Mm-hmm. That's the first main thing. Get them to school, make sure they got their lunch and everything packed and stuff. And we on the road, we try to make sure they get there on time. Yeah. By the time I come home, sometimes I go home or sometimes I already have my stuff with me and I'm in the car. So I go ahead and have my pre-workout, pour it in my cup and shake it up. And probably about 15 minutes out, I go ahead and drink it, trying to get pumped before I go. Then I have my little motivational speakers like Denzel Washington, Eric Thomas, Lee Brown. I listen to guys like that, you know what I'm saying? And then, of course, you know, I had to throw a little TD Jakes in there every now and then, you know, just kind of get my mind ready, get my heart ready, my spirit. Yeah. Everything got to be in sync. Once you hit that gym, you ain't in sync, you ain't gonna perform right in the gym.
Yeah, yeah. So since becoming a pro, man, so now you know you're walking amongst the big dogs, you're in the game, you're rubbing shoulders with some of the best ones to do it. What's been the most surprising thing that you've learned about the sport once you got into it that you probably didn't expect? And what have you been like, okay, you know what, I kind of expected people to be that way. So what are you experiencing, you know, being around different athletes now of the pro status that would just, for one, that surprised you a little bit?
Yeah, it was just like, you know, you had some, you know, you see their character, you know what I'm saying? How they react to people, how they react to you, you know, and you could tell who genuine and who ain't genuine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People, you know, sometimes you get in your mind, people could think you'll look at you as a threat. You know what I'm saying? But I know, hey, we all going for that crown.
Exactly.
I can understand. I can understand that. So I don't have nothing against none of them. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I see you and I ask you for, you know, I ask for a little information, you know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to throw me a little, but hey, I know you're gonna hold something back. And that's all right though. So I can appreciate that, you know what I'm saying? But just meanie big guys and like that, like my first expression when I seen these guys when I first stepped on pro stage, I said, golly, these classic guys. I said, man, these guys supposed to be an open bodybuilder. They shocked me. Hey, I ain't like that first pro debut at the Chicago Pro, it sparked something in me.
I got you.
It woke me up. It was like, so you got to get on your stuff.
So you did the Chicago Pro that was in Atlanta this last time?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I know I was there. Yep. I may have missed you. I know I was there though. But
yeah, it probably I was like in the middle, so you wouldn't probably wouldn't see as much. You feel what I'm saying? Being there, I'm a newcomer, and you know, not really no big names behind me or coaches, or I really didn't have a coach with me. It was just me, you know, me and my wife.
I got you.
You know, I just went on and just felt like after I got my pro card, I was like, man, I'm ready to jump into it, man. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah.
And little do I know, I had some waiting on me. Like them guys woke me up though, and I appreciate that though.
Yeah.
If you ain't waking up, you get on that stage, you ain't waking up against them guys, and these guys really bringing this condition like they bringing it.
Yeah.
And the size, you ain't ready.
It's different. You're right. But I think it's good because, you know, one thing I've heard about people who turn pro, for a lot of people, is they spend so much of their life to get the pro card. Yeah. So they've exhausted so many resources, so much time, so many years. And when they get the pro card, it almost becomes like the pinnacle. They almost tend to rest right after they get the pro card.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people turn pro and they never compete again. Like they never can, they can't find that spark no more. So the fact that you were able to get the pro card and say, I'm going to jump right back in this fire and do it. Yeah. I think you're right. I think it was the right thing to do to kind of keep you motivated. They always say to get the pro card, it's the second hardest thing. They say the first hardest thing is going to be their pro debut.
Yeah.
And you did your pro debut. So you got your pro card. And how many months between your pro card and getting your debut?
That probably was like 2 months.
Yeah, it was quick. Exactly, right?
It was real quick because I decided at the last minute. I prepped for that show. I started prepping for that show 6 weeks out.
Yeah.
Because I was debating. I kept debating if I was gonna jump in the foul, or you know what I'm saying, or be cold for the rest of the.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and get in there and see what I need to do.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying, it really helped me when I did that, because like you said, people take off time and just don't get back in. It might be about a year or two before they even get there. And I'm like, man, you didn't work this hard. Why slow down?
Yeah. So
I understand you need a break, but don't take so long of a break, man. Maybe like 6 months. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wouldn't give it a whole year, not unless you just have like some health problems. I can understand that.
Yeah.
I can respect that all day because you got to be healthy.
You got to be healthy.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
We don't want to get out there and be falling out and all that. And you can't breathe. I don't wish that on nobody.
So let me ask you this. So for those people who did see you at Atlanta Pro, I'm sorry, Chicago Pro, those people who did remember you, for those guys who stood on stage next to you, without exposing too much of the package that's coming up on March, how much more size you think you put on since then? Look, I want them to know. I want them to know, hey, you thought you saw this, but this is gonna be something different. So just out of curiosity,
I'd put on at least, I say about a good 5 pounds
of good muscle though.
A good muscle.
Which for somebody who don't compete, they don't understand. 5 pounds of good quality muscle in not even a year's time.
Yeah,
that's a big
not
deal.
Even a year.
And that's gonna show up different on stage. I've seen some of your update videos you posted, man. And look, the boy crazy. The boy looking good. I'm sure you're gonna keep everything probably covered up a little while now and get to a closer to the show. But if you ain't ever heard of Andrew, man, you need to get with him. Cause I'm excited to see the package. I ain't gonna lie. I'm excited to see it.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, I'm excited I'm ready to see my best. It shocked me every week. Then it's so crazy because my body wants to fight back.
Yeah.
So but I'm not gonna let it beat me though.
So I've always known that. Again, I've never bodybuilt. I've just been around people who've done it. Have friends of people who've done it. So for the average person who's just they're on a weight loss journey. They're trying to lose 5-10 pounds for the summer, whatever it is, right? Can you explain to those people how sensitive the body is when you get down about 3 to 4 weeks out from a show, and your body's so depleted of everything, all these, all so much stuff? Give them an example of how sensitive the body is. So like right now in prep, if you ate a Snicker bar right now, how would that affect your body?
Ooh, a whole lot, man. I would jump up a whole 3-4 pounds. That's
exactly.
Crazy though.
Exactly. And I only ask that question because I'm trying to get people to understand the sacrifice of a bodybuilder. Like, because they think, okay, I'm trying to lose 10 pounds for the summer. I can eat a Snicker bar and still be okay. But when you dialed in for a show, you 3 weeks out, you can't even blink
It'd be so. I have kids at the house.
Oh man,
my wife buys snack cakes and stuff for them. So man, I be man, shaking when I walk in the kitchen. Oh, you like to walk in the kitchen no more.
Yeah.
I just be like, man, I'm like, man, let me go ahead and grab me a banana or something, or man, mom, let me just get a protein shake. Like, that may help it, but that sometimes that don't even help. But it's all a mind game. And if you gonna overcome it with your mind, you can do anything.
And I can imagine that 3 weeks probably feel like 3 months right now, though.
Man, I'm talking about I'm watching commercial come up with the whole pizza, the hamburgers, all that type of stuff, the whole cakes. I said, Lord have mercy. I said, let me turn. I gotta, because I like go out the house and go grab me one. I'm a donut guy. We got Krispy Kreme right down the street. I eat 24 even.
Listen, I feel you, because I live right over here in Hoover, man. So I'm with you. One exit up from Krispy Kreme. And when I see that hot sign, oh my God.
Oh man, you know that. That's the time to go. I promise.
It's a problem. All right, so shifting gears a little bit, man. Something a little more serious. So you mentioned growing up in a house, you and your 2 sisters, and just you and your mom. All right. So now here you are, father of 3 boys, growing up in a 2-parent household. How much does it mean to you to know your boys are watching you? And I'm pretty sure you're proud of the man you become, but to be proud of the image that they get the chance to watch their dad be, given the circumstance, given the fact it was just you and your mom and your sisters in the house. Like, how much does that mean to you as a man, just internally, just period? How much does it drive you? How about that?
Man, it drives me a whole lot, man. I just try to show them, like, anything you put your mind to, you can do it. You feel what I'm saying? They see me like with trophies. I get my little medals or my little trophies I've had in the past and stuff. They see me on stage, they be really excited. And they'll come home, they'll say, Dad, look, and they'll just flex or something like that. Or like it's crazy. It's amazing how they face light up when they see me on stage, and they be so excited, like like my dad's a pro bodybuilder. Like, man, he's my like my dad is strong. Your dad, like my dad is strong as your dad. And you be like, oh.
Yeah, exactly, man. But that's dope, man. That's dope. I'm pretty sure. Like, cause I mean, like, just let me ask you. So, I mean, had you had, you know, a similar influence in your life growing up? I mean, we know everything happens for a reason. So, I mean, not to say there's any regrets from you growing up, but you know, how do you look at it now? Or do you ever look at such a situation now and say, I kind of wish I had that when I was coming up? Or are you okay with how life worked out for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think about it sometimes, like, you know, I wish I had that, but I wouldn't be the man I am today. Exactly. So I gotta say I'm gonna go with, you know, I'm glad the way it turned out because it made me learn something in myself as a man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Not saying my dad went in my life. He was in and out my life. But now that I got older and we try to establish some type of line of conversation, and you know what I'm saying? I try to check on them or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But you know, things happen, you know, everybody human. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't hold nothing against nobody. Only thing I do is hope for the future and, you know, everything gets better, you know? Yeah. But it helped me a whole lot.
Yeah. Now, do you think has he shown? Do you feel like he's proud of the fact that he can say my son is a professional bodybuilder? Like, how does he feel about you being a bodybuilder? Is he part of it?
He shows it a lot. You know, he tells his co-workers and stuff like that all about that and stuff like that. He beats us out. He actually showed up at my when I got my pro card. He actually came to the show, and I was, man, that put something in me. Like, you know what I'm saying? By with things you had like games and stuff like that, you never seen your dad in the stands and stuff like that. But for him to show up and I get my pro card that day, it was a real emotional day for me. Yeah. Like, cause on the stage at the Junior USA, man, the guy, I got second place, but it was the first and second place that got the pro card. Yeah. So, but I can feel me and him, I can feel the energy between us two as we fighting on stage for first place. Yeah. And it was a great feeling. Yeah. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you can get that great feeling and you standing next to a guy and y'all feel, you can feel each other energy, but good energy, not bad energy. Mm-hmm. Not like, okay, I want to whoop this guy. Like, nah, this guy better. Like, he won it, I want it. You know what I'm saying? Who won it most? Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it just goes on with, I was just glad he was there. Yeah. When he came there, it really meant a lot. You know what I'm saying? That really kind of chased away the years from back. You know what I'm saying? I forgot. They made me forget about the years. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And focus on the future. I feel you, man. That's dope, man. I can only imagine because you know, my situation was a little bit different from you. And I grew up with my dad. My mom was in the house, but it's because I lost her when I was a kid. I was 4 years old. My mom passed. So, you know, I guess I look back at my life and it's like, you know, I guess it's one thing when you know, the other parent is somewhere within the vicinity. In my case, that wasn't the case, but there were times where I would say, man, I wish mom would have been to see this or mom been to see that. Yeah. And so for you, for it to kind of come all full circle, you know, yeah, he missed this, he missed that. But at the same time, you know, it counted when it counted and it counted when it needed to count. Yeah. Put it that way. Yeah. You know, and I like to say, you're a man of God. So, you know, everything happened when it's supposed to happen. That's how it was planned out to be, man. So that's definitely dope. So I saw a couple videos on your page, posing routine. So classic physique posing is a little bit different than open physique posing. Yeah. Correct? All right. So when you're on stage and you're posing, like what's going through your head? Like, how do you feel comfortable posing? Because a lot of people, that's one part about bodybuilding they hate posing because they don't know how to choreograph and everything. So how do you come up with your routine and what's going through your head when you're on stage? Man, it's so crazy because, like, man, I'm really comfortable with posing, but once you step on that stage, that little fear come out a little bit. But once I get the feeling of stage and I feel myself, it's the sky's the limit. You know, once I start posing, I feel like I got it. But when I got to sit there and think about it too much, that's when you tend to mess up. So you really just got to go out there and enjoy yourself. Yeah. You got to feel like you want it. You know what I'm saying? You got to own the stage. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, man, with posing, it's like, it's really all about angles. Mm-hmm. What makes your physique pop? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm still learning a whole lot. Like, I've been watching a whole lot Terrence and Chris Bumstead, and the young lady on Rachel,
Yeah.
the IFBB Pro, man, she's a beast.
Yeah.
Like, man, like
different.
I'm tripping off because like I follow her and I've actually got a chance to meet her. And man, like posing, but she is flawless, man. I never seen a woman pose like that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe guys, you know what I'm saying? I seen Terrence, like Terrence, he's a fool too.
Terrence is crazy with it. Yeah, exactly.
Like he hangs down, like, man, it's crazy. Like, man, like it was one, I can't think of the show, but it sent chills up my spine when he was posing. It was just like, man, that was so clean. I'm like, man, you know, down here we might say, oh, that was fresh, man. That man.
And I'm telling you, well, the thing about posing for me, I don't think people get. For people, again, I'm talking about people who never got on stage, and I haven't either. But if you work out, you done play with some poses in your house in the mirror, right? Like everybody did that.
Oh yeah.
But what's impressive about posing is when you guys are on stage, you're having to hit these poses. All right, but let's go back a step. Number one, you're water depleted. You have no water in your system, basically. You've eaten almost nothing. You have no energy. You're lightheaded. Your body is essentially weak at that point. You look amazing, but your body is just exhausted. So you're having to hit poses, keep your balance, be aware of where you're at on stage, be aware of what the judges are looking at, all this other stuff at one time while your body feel like crap. I don't think people get that part of why posing is difficult. So when you see people like Rachel and like Terrence and like Chris and these people who people always, the Kyle Greens of the world, who people say are some of the best posers ever, they're thinking about posing is one thing. But I remember talking to Terrence once, man, because me and Terrence go way back. I won't say we're great friends. We're super cool, definitely cool dude. But we talking one day, and he told me that his very first or second time on Olympia stage, he got lockjaw on stage.
Hey.
He got he said
crazy.
He said he was smiling and it happened. He said he thugged it out. So people don't think about stuff like that, man. You know, it's a lot going into it, bro. Like that's nuts.
You can catch a Charlie horse on stage. I done it. It really, but you just gotta kind of move to kind of get it up out the way.
Yeah.
You gotta find an angle that can stop hurting because you ain't gonna stop posing. You start posing and start showing your weakness. That's the thing is, don't get on stage showing your weakness. Exactly. Keep pushing through it.
Exactly, man.
That's for anybody who trying to be a bodybuilder, classic, just push through it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, hey, you're gonna be satisfied just because you push through it.
So when you also doing a Boston Pro, that means you got to travel up there. So do you have to travel, a couple of days in advance, get back on the ground, let your body, because people don't think about that too. When you're in the air, your body holds water, so you have to get there in a little time, all that. So you'll get there. The show's on the 12th. So when will you touch down in Boston for the Boston Pro?
I should touch down the Boston Pro on the 10th, probably about 12 or 1 o'clock that evening. Just might try to find a gym. Well, get checked in first. Yeah. Find a gym and kind of try to get that water off. If not, I don't find a gym. Best believe I would be in the hotel gym on the treadmill, get that water off. But I actually had that happen to me when I drove when I got my pro card. I actually put on like it's so crazy. I gained like 8 pounds of water just driving. I had to drive to South Carolina. Yeah. So we drove there and I got there and I always bring my scale with me so I can check my weight as soon as I touch down. So as soon as I touched down, I was 8 pounds overweight. Yeah. So man, I was so glad I bought my workout shoes and I had a pullover and some pants. Man, I immediately ran. My wife said, go. I immediately ran down there and went down there and just like on the treadmill like a madman because I was determined. Like I done traveled all this way. I'm going to make my weight. Yeah. That's one thing about classic. You got to make your weight. Yeah. It's not like open bodybuilding where you can be a certain size. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? With classic, like with me, being that I'm over 5'10", so my cutoff weight is 215. Oh wow! So if I get to Boston and I'm 220, I gotta try to pull off 5 pounds of water somewhere. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell y'all this now, because I saw this brother in the gym. I assure you, he walked around a whole lot bigger than 215. So I can assure you that. So for you to see him on stage and he got to be down to 215 and look like he look on stage, man, it's crazy.
So look, Andrew Wilson, IFBB Pro out of Birmingham, Alabama, more specifically Huffman, I guess Huffman High School, Huffman Vikings.
Yeah.
Out of Birmingham, Alabama, man. Look, he's I consider Drew a friend now. We've known each other for a few months, worked out a few times, trained the same gym. I wanted to get him on because I think he's gonna be definitely a force to be reckoned with when it's all said and done. I expect to see him on the Olympia stage, I'm pretty sure, very soon. All right. So that's gonna happen. I see it happening this year, honestly, bro. But if it doesn't, like you said, you're a man of God. I know it's gonna happen for you.
Lord's will.
Exactly. It's gonna happen for you, man, at some point. I encourage everybody to go follow his brother. Like I said, very good dude, very humble dude. Big things coming up. Once you go to the Olympia, I gotta get you back on here again so we talk about that.
Oh yeah.
So,
Hey, definitely.
we're gonna do that, man. So Andrew Wilson, IFBB Pro, remember the name, bro. I definitely appreciate you coming on. Kind of short notice, but you got on for me anyway. I definitely appreciate it. So you probably gonna go train again now, go kill it, bro. We'll be in touch, man.
Yeah. All right, brother.